I always stay behind after church. Not because I'm the most faithful, but because silence is easier than pretending to belong. That was my ritual until he walked into it. Lucas Reed. His name had already stirred quiet conversations across Springfield before he even stepped foot inside St. Mary's Chapel. New to town. Quiet, but intense. The kind of man who didn't need to speak to make you feel seen. After service, I was heading out when I saw him by the door. Not leaving, just waiting. "You always leave last," he said. I smiled nervously. "Some prayers take longer," he nodded. "Mine do too." Back home, I stared at his number on my phone. I typed a message twice and deleted both. My heart knew what it wanted. My head refused to listen. Then came the voicemail. Not from Lucas, from someone else. A woman's voice. "Emily, I know who you really are." I dropped the phone like it burned me. I couldn't sleep that night. Her voice kept playing in my head like a broken record. "Emily, I know who you really are." No name, no threat, just truth, or what felt like one. I've carried this secret for so long that sometimes I forget it's not mine alone, but someone else knows now. And that changes everything. The next morning I went to church again. Not for God, for clarity, or maybe punishment. I found Lucas arranging hymnals near the altar. He looked up, smiled softly. "You came back," I nodded. "Sometimes I don't have anywhere else to go." He tilted his head. "You seem far away." I almost told him right then. Almost. Instead, I asked, what if someone did something unforgivable, but only to protect someone they love? He paused. Then they must love deeply, or be afraid of losing it. I swallowed hard. He had no idea how close he was to the edge of my truce. "Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the video and comment. Is Emily hiding a crime?" I found the letter in my mother's old cedar chest, the one she kept locked and always warned me never to open. But secrets have a way of pulling you in when they know their time has come. It was dated 30 years ago. A birth certificate. Not mine. My sister's. Except I don't have a sister. The name on the paper wasn't familiar at first. Then I read it again. Isabel Hartley. That was my mother's maiden name. And the child listed was born 2 years before me. She gave a baby away. Not to adoption, to someone else. Someone who raised her as their own. And now that woman left me a voicemail. She knows who I am. Because she's not just a stranger. She's my sister. Everything I believed. About my family, my loneliness, even my grief. It was built on silence. On choices made long before I could speak for myself. I sat on the floor, the paper trembling in my hands. Lucas called. I couldn't answer. I didn't tell anyone. Not my aunt, not Lucas, not even myself fully. But silence has weight, and mine was crushing me. When I finally called her back, the voice on the other line was softer this time. "Emily, I just want to meet you, to understand." I wanted to scream, "You don't understand anything." But all I said was, "Not yet." Then came the knock at my door. It was Lucas. His eyes searched mine like he could see the storm behind them. "You're breaking," he whispered. "I'm fine," I lied. He stepped closer. "Let me help you. Carry it." But I couldn't. This wasn't just about me. It was about my mother's lies, my sister's lost years, and the life I built on top of a secret. Later that night, I found an envelope slipped under my door. Inside, a photo. 2 little girls, one with my smile, the other with my eyes, and a note. We were never supposed to be strangers. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the video and comment. Should Emily forgive her mother? I started digging. Old records, church archives, even the town library had more than I expected. My mother never talked much about her youth, but now I understand why. She was barely 20 when she got pregnant. Not with me, with Isabel. She was unmarried, afraid, and someone helped her disappear. The name kept appearing in different documents. Father Thomas, the same priest who baptized me, the same one who gave my mother his last name after she married him. Yes, married. Years later. They weren't just hiding a pregnancy. They were hiding 2 lives. And Lucas, he knew something. I saw it in the way he looked at me when I asked about Father Thomas. He worked here, grew up in this church. He wasn't just close to God. He was close to my family's lies. Emily, he said gently, some truths don't come with peace. But what if they're the only way to find it? I asked. He didn't answer, because maybe he didn't want me to keep going. I stood in front of the mirror, staring at the woman who used to know who she was. Now, even her reflection felt like a stranger. Isabel wanted to meet, face to face. Before it's too late, she said. My mother was silent when I confronted her. No denial, no tears, just a slow nod, like she'd been waiting for this moment all her life. I did what I had to do, she whispered, to protect you. From what? I asked. She looked away. From the truth. That night I packed a small bag. I didn't tell Lucas where I was going. I couldn't, because if I told him, he'd try to stop me, and I needed to go. I needed to see her, to understand why she waited so long to find me, why she chose now. When I got to the address she gave me, I hesitated at the door. My hand trembled. This wasn't just a meeting, it was a reckoning. I knocked, and then I heard his voice behind me. Emily, don't do this alone. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the video and comment. Should Emily let Lucas in? I turned around slowly. Lucas stood behind me, his face pale, eyes pleading. You don't know what you're walking into, he said. I didn't either. But I couldn't stop now. Isabel opened the door. Her smile was cautious, like she was afraid I'd vanish if she moved too fast. And maybe I would have, if I hadn't already seen the family photo on her wall. There it was again. Our faces, her nose, my chin, proof that we weren't strangers, just stolen time. Lucas followed me inside without asking. He knew something I didn't. I could see it in the way he looked at Isabel. Not like a stranger, but like someone he'd been trying to keep away from me. Then she said it. Your mother never wanted to give me up. He flinched. She was forced to, Isabel whispered. By the church. By your father. Silence fell like dust after a long storm. Lucas finally spoke. Emily, I'm sorry, but I've known about her for years. My heart stopped. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. I just looked at Lucas and asked, why didn't you tell me? He swallowed hard. Because I was afraid of losing you. Isabel stepped closer. We both were. The truth settled over me like morning fog. Heavy, slow, but real. My mother had been pressured into silence by the church. Father Thomas wasn't just her priest. He was my biological father. And he gave me away to protect his position, his name, his ministry. Lucas grew up knowing his mother was one of the few who knew my family's secret. And when he met me, he recognized something in my eyes, the same ache he'd seen in Isabel's. I turned to her. You could have found me sooner. She nodded. I wanted to. But every time I tried, someone stopped me. Letters returned, calls blocked, until now. Now it couldn't be buried anymore. Later that night, I stood outside the chapel where it all began. Lucas beside me, not as a secret, not as a lie, as part of my truth. I'm not the same person who walked in here, I whispered. He smiled. Maybe that's the point. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the video and comment, did Emily find peace?